Plaintiff James Bassan dated the defendant after they met online, despite the fact that he was 44 and the defendant was just 20 years old. James says when the defendant turned 21, he turned into a party boy, and James refused to be his sugar daddy. James is suing for rent, property damage, and an assault. Defendant James Lane says he fell in love with the plaintiff the day they met. But during the course of their relationship, the plaintiff cheated on him 20 times. James claims during a fight, the plaintiff broke his nose after punching him in the face, and he's countersuing for a wrongful eviction.
All right, start with you.
Well, Jimmy and I met online and began dating back in early to mid-July 2012.
All right.
July 24th.
July 24th. The
Oh,
exact
it was
date.
special to him.
Yes.
Why can't you remember?
So much.
Wasn't that special?
It was.
So how's he able to remember and you're not? You're older. That's what it is. My fault. I shouldn't have put you on the spot. Go ahead.
Our relationship grew. He was 20 at the time. I was 44. And
Cougar.
Yes.
Cougar.
I mean, I was accused of robbing the cradle, but Jimmy was very into me, and I haven't had that cool kind of relationship. Someone who was really into me at that stage of my life for a long time for someone so young. And eventually, Jimmy fell in some hard times, and I asked him to move in with me because I cared a lot for him and loved him and was in love with him.
Actually,
let him finish. I'll let you give your side. Go ahead.
And he was against moving in, but I just wanted to take care of him.
More of Judge Mathis in a moment.
Coincidentally, you only cheated when you got caught.
It might have been another time or two.
You see, he is admitting it to another couple.
Y'all shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have said that. You are right about that.
And coming up.
he asked me to hit him, so I did. And then
But he said, I'm so mad at you right now, I couldn't
You already angry, man.
That's just like a saying, you know, I'm so mad I could just hit you. You don't, you know, he didn't have to.
Saying, why did you do it, man?
Because he asked me to.
Early, mid-July.
All right.
July 24th.
July 24th.
Oh, it was special to him.
Yes, it was. Because
So how's he able to remember and you're not? You're older. That's what it is. My fault. I shouldn't have put you on the spot. Go ahead.
Defendant James Lane is being sued by his ex-boyfriend, who claims James assaulted him with a lacrosse stick.
Let me hear from you, and then we'll get back to what you're saying.
Well, when I first met him, I did fall in love with him. I'll give him that.
That's nobody fall in love no one day.
No, I really did.
That's infatuation.
Really
You don't even
did.
know him. Would you have still been in love with him the second day if you saw him with a crack pipe in his mouth?
Yeah.
Please, go ahead.
I would. I really would.
If he'd have jumped on you and robbed you blind that second day, you'd have still been in love with him.
Oh, no.
Well, love doesn't go away in one day.
No, but now, I mean, we spent every day together after that.
Did you say you
Yeah.
fell in love with him the first day?
Well, I kind of did, but I guess it could have been less.
Go ahead.
That'll work. But anyway, we met on Craigslist. We went on a date, went to a movie. After that, everything was great. We spent time together, did things together.
Then you turned 21.
Well, when I turned 21 and started drinking a lot, started, you know, showing out. But the main thing was his cheating. Like, I would be at work and he would be setting up dates off Craigslist, cheating on me.
You saw that?
I hacked into his email and found it out.
And when you confronted him, what did he say?
Well, what did you say? I don't remember.
Now your age is showing also. It's either your age or that weed. Slow down on the weed. I gotta tell these young folks, weekends only.
No, he's not like that anymore.
Oh, okay.
What did you say?
I told him that I was just investigating possibilities because his drinking was really taking effect, and when he turned 21, he turned into a party boy, and didn't want to turn into a sugar daddy.
So you were no longer in love at that point.
I loved him, but I wasn't in love with him. You know,
That's what we've been talking about. That's what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. I love all my fellow men, as the Bible says you should. I better stop quoting the Bible so much. When I get in trouble, they go, see the judges up there quoting the Bible. I see him with a whiskey at the nightclub, partying back, popping bottles.
Your Honor.
But like I say to people, I need a lot of church. That's why you go to the church. I go to church a lot because I need a lot. Go ahead.
That is something that he helped me with. He got me back to going to church.
Yes, I did.
So he's a great person.
All right. And you're saying you did cheat or not? Did he catch you?
He cheated about 20 times.
Not that many.
Yes.
2 or 3.
No, 20 times.
That's a big difference, 2 or 3 or 20.
20 emails.
20 times.
Of various.
Same person or 2 people?
No.
How many people?
20, maybe 20 emails of contacts, but only actually connected or did something with 2 or 3 people.
All right, but your emotions had you reaching out to try and contact those people.
Yes.
All right, so you were cheating emotionally with 20 different people.
Yeah.
Just because a person doesn't have intimacy doesn't mean they're not betraying their loved one or their spouse. Folks think when they can get on that internet and, ooh,
Yeah.
I really want you, and send each other pictures, and I'm not cheating.
And seeing that, Your Honor, it hurts. Like, it made me question everything about him. Like, whenever he would say, I love you and all that, it made me not believe it anymore, you know? So I think that's what led to me drinking, partying, you know what I mean? It hurts.
Hurt the young man. That was your first time?
First time falling
First
in love.
serious relationship? Yeah. Is that your first?
No.
Right.
Not at all.
You knew what it was like you've been hurt before?
Yes.
All right, and so you go and hurt the young man. Rent, property damage, and pain and suffering due to an assault. What happened?
Well, I had come home from work, and he had been drinking, and I sat down on the sofa. We were arguing. He confronted me because he, like I said, he hacked into my emails and my phone and confronted me on it. And he said, I'm so mad right now I could just hit you. And I took my glasses off and I said, go ahead. I had no thought that he would ever strike me.
The man that caught you cheating 20 times. You invite him to hit you and you don't think he will.
But in a fraction of a second, I knew exactly how angry he was because he let me have it. I mean, he let me have it good.
Well, I ain't gonna say that word.
Then what happened?
I proceeded to go in the kitchen. He thought I was just looking for an excuse to throw him out of the house, which he had not contributed financially.
You went to the kitchen to do what?
To get away from it because I was shocked.
Good.
And then he came at me in the kitchen, and I took a swing at him, and he fell down from there.
No, that's a lie.
Let him
He
finish.
broke my nose.
I'll let you give your side.
I hit him once, Your Honor.
But he broke my nose.
I hit you pretty
Go
hard
ahead,
because
sir.
I was.
Sir. Go ahead, and then what happened? You hit him once.
I hit him once. He fell down. I went down to help him up, and then he jumped on my back, and that's when I thought it was going to be out of control. So I dialed 911, and I didn't know if I connected or not. And then he jumped on my back to stop me from calling the police because it was out of my control at that point.
Then what?
And then he went into my bedroom, and he just said, "Leave me alone, leave me alone." It's like and I told him I just wanted you to get out of the house.
Okay.
And that's when he was sitting on the bed. This lacrosse stick's hanging on the wall by the door, and as I left the room, he grabbed the lacrosse stick and started whacking me with it 5 or 6 times, and hit me clear across my arm. And I got out of the bedroom, and when I entered the living room, there were 2 police officers coming in the front door. So somebody, I thought the neighbor had called them, but maybe they went on my cell phone call.
We'll be right back. And later on Judge Mathis.
she'll call. She'll try to make it seem like she want to tell me something what my daughter doing or something. But that's just to see if I'm gonna answer the phone. If I don't answer the phone, now I'm getting crazy text messages like, "Where your nasty self at? Bring your nasty stuff home," or whatever. So now I'm like, let me hurry up and get home.
And he said, "I'm so mad right now I could just hit you." And I took my glasses off and I said, "Go ahead." I had no thought that he would ever strike me.
The man has caught you cheating 20 times. You invite him to hit you and you don't think he will.
Defendant James Lane is being sued by his ex-boyfriend, who claims James assaulted him with a lacrosse stick.
All right, let me allow him to tell me about the incident. Then we'll get back to the unpaid rent you're suing for. Sir?
Well, basically, we were just sitting on the couch, and he was getting sleepy. We both take showers together. And I asked him, "Do you want to take a shower together?" And, do the do. And at first he said, yeah, he was all for it, and then he changed his mind. That's what really got me pissed off.
And?
And he asked me to hit him, so I did. And then
But he said, "I'm so mad at you right now, I couldn't hit
you already angry
Boy,
and mad?
That's just like a saying, "I'm so mad I could just hit you."
Mm-hmm.
You don't, he didn't
It's
have
a saying, why did you do it then?
Because he asked me to.
Yeah. So if someone asked you to shoot them, you'll do that?
No, because I don't want to, but I wanted to hit him.
Okay, well, that's why you're guilty of assault.
Yeah.
Now, what else do you want to tell me about that incident? Did you also assault him with a weapon when he turned his back?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good enough.
No, it was in defense.
Pardon?
It was in defense. He come after me in the bedroom and wouldn't let me out the bedroom.
What did he do exactly? Did he have a weapon?
No.
Okay, you can only use a weapon when the other person has
Well,
one.
with his size, he's a weapon. He could.
No.
He's not muscled up. I'm all skinny.
Go ahead, sir. The property damage and the rent you're suing him about.
Okay. The whole time he stayed in my roommate and my house, he never contributed as he said he would when he moved in. He said he was going to pay his own way, move in, help pay the bills, and he didn't pay any rent. He was there for 6 weeks and paid nothing.
All right.
But, Your Honor, can I say something? He kicked me out.
When?
The day before I got paid. So.
When?
Let's see. It was December 8th. He kicked me out.
Is that true?
No, it was November 8th.
December 10th, because the assault was on the 9th.
Okay, it was December 8th, though.
And you asked him to leave when?
Well,
the following
that
day.
afternoon, I packed all the stuff up. The following day, the Monday, which would have been...
As you should have. Damage to the wall.
Damage to the wall was him and I arguing about getting him into a rehab.
And what happened?
And he was basically dogging me to call the police on him to come and arrest him, because that's the only way he was going to leave. This was in the hallway where our thermostat is. He glared at me and then shoved his shoulder into the wall and smashed in the thermostat, the controls, and then it's a 8.5 by 11.5 inch hole in the wall, a straight drywall with no support behind it. So the entire wall had to be filled in.
You have a receipt for the amount?
I have an estimate.
Sir, what do you want to tell me about the wall?
I was drunk.
Okay, you did that too. Now, the counterclaim for wrongful eviction. How
Definitely.
so? How?
Because he put me out, it got me on the street.
This is after you attacked him?
Yes.
That's very legitimate.
Your Honor.
Very legitimate.
Your Honor.
You don't keep people in your home that attack
it was
you.
self-defense.
It's called an emergency eviction,
It was
sir.
self-
Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a
It
good
was
day. Don't attack
self-defense.
anyone else in their house. You'll get put out again. Yours is dismissed.
I still care about him.
Yeah, I still care about him.
I still love him. He's just had been a good person. A lot of bad stuff's happened to him. That's all.
I don't know. It's up to him.
No, it's up to us. We'll go home and take it day by day.
I love you.
I love you too.